I'm down here at my son's school and getting ready to pick him up here in a few minutes. And I just wanted to show you a small problem that I've got the solution to, I think. And it might be something that might come in handy for some of y'all. Let me flip the camera around and I'll show you where I'm parked here. Okay, you can see I'm at the school here, and in this line we have cars. There's a car beside of me on this side, and a car beside of me on this side. And I don't know if you can see the white line right there. This white line running across here is the road that the school buses and cars and everything come in on. So I can kind of, when I move up just a little bit more, I can kind of see what's coming this way because it's in that far lane. But the ones coming this way, by the time I get my window to the point that I can see what's coming from this way, basically my front fender is in the road. So what I'm thinking is, I've got this head unit in here that it's got you put it in reverse, and it has a camera that comes on for reverse. And I was thinking, well, if it's got a camera, how about other inputs? Well, it does have other inputs. Auxiliary right here. Of course, right now there's nothing hooked to it, but you can hook up a camera to the auxiliary input. You can hook anything up to it, but you can hook a camera up. Actually, I went and got two cameras. Got two of them, just like the one that's in the back. I think one of these on each side of the front bumper, and I've got a box that you can push A and B. You can run this into one side into A, and the other one, like I said, I got two of these, into side B, and you can switch between them. So I figure what I can do is I can make it so that the A is facing this way, B is facing that way on the front bumper. And if I can get my front bumper out there far enough to see, because right now there are school buses going by. If you pull out in front of a school bus, yeah, that's going to hurt. Anyway, let's see if we can get this put in, and we'll give this a try and see how it works. Okay, now of course you've seen the little camera right here. Actually, it's the same exact camera that I have right here. You can see it's just I just drilled a hole in the tail light, stuck it right in there, and it works really good. I didn't want to just mount it like that. I mean, it's an old car, so doesn't really matter if I'd have messed it up. I could get a tail light assembly pretty easy, but I like it like that. Makes it look almost factory. But alright, it's just this little small camera, and it comes with extension cable and a power cable. Also, this kit comes with a little hole saw that is the perfect size for the camera. So that's a nice little bonus. Okay, so I got two of these little kits. Oh, it does come with a mount that you can screw this to whatever you're wanting to mount to, and mount it in that. If you don't want to drill holes like I did with this, you can take this little bracket and screw it on like that. But I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to make it look a little neater. And then here we have a switch. This is the 2-port switch, but you could get as big of a port, as many ports as you want. You could have, like, if you wanted a DVD player or something hooked in too, you could. But all this one is, if it will come out of the box, is 1 and 2. That will be the left side. That will be the right side. And you can mount this wherever you want. I think I have an idea how I'm going to mount it. I don't know if I'm going to mount it right now or not, but I know how I'm going to do it. Anyway, let's see if we can figure out what to do to get this all hooked up. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to get, which this wire has been tapped out of there for a long time. It was actually for some strobe lights that I had, but it's on a fuse right there. It's on a 20 amp, but I don't want 20 amps running through this wire because this is only for those 2 little cameras. So actually I could probably get away with a 5 amp. I'm putting a 10 in, running it through this fuse holder and into this wire right here. This has multiple conductors in it. This wire coming back out is going to be for my cameras, the red wire, and running in here, okay, running into the cab of the car is, I got these 2 tied together to test to make sure that I'm getting power back up there. But this is going to go to my switch. Okay, there you can see we have a hole. A little closer where you can see it good. Now, all these plugs and everything else will fit through the hole. That's the way it's designed. These 2 wires, I'll show you what those are here in a minute. Now, as far as up and down on this, what I had to do with the other one is I put it in, and then once I figured out when I turned the camera on, then I adjusted it. Once you get it all the way in, it snaps in really good. There we go. I just happen to think, though, I don't need it all the way in yet. I need to leave it out a little so I can twist it to make sure that I get it upright. Alright, you can see I just got the wire ran up. There's the little camera down in there. The wire is running up through here. I'll probably put it back in here somewhere, but just showing you, I'm running it up here so I can tie everything together. This is going to be the one that goes for the left side, the driver's side. I left all this wire to let me know that this is left, and the one for the right, I cut it off like that short. And it runs up through the fender, and you can kind of see it coming through here, down, and it's going in right here through the where the power window wires and the power window and power lock wires go through. Now once I get home where I've got my zip ties and everything, I'm going to zip tie these together, maybe put a piece of wire loom over them, and I'm going to take some silicone and seal this up. Now they run through here, and you can see the difference of the wires. See, I cut this one. This is the right hand side, or yeah, this is the right hand side when I cut. This is the left hand. It's long. And the first person that comments over the dirty carpet gets to come and help me vacuum it. So yeah, anyway, because I know I'll get a comment on that. Anyway, here are the wires for the switch right here. So all we got to do is drill the other hole on the other side, and I'm going to try to get it about the same. So we'll measure that and drill the hole and stick the other camera in, and I'll get back to you. For right now. Alright, now as you can see, I've got the dash part popped off of there. Not really going to go over how to do that, because all vehicles are pretty much different. Now this one, it just pretty much, you know, just pull it off. You can tell the little clips. That's pretty much a standard thing that most of them have. And then you've usually got like 2 screws, 2 or 4, depending on the vehicle. But once you get your radio out, this one I had to hook up with an adapter kit and all that, but it's all hooked in here. Now what you're going to want is your auxiliary in. Auxiliary video in. Now you will also, somewhere in here, have, you got subwoofers and all that kind of stuff, but you will also have auxiliary in right and left. Okay, so what I've done is just a standard AV cable, and I plugged in, of course, the video. That's the one we're worried about right now. The left and the right audio for a future application. And now all we gotta do is put the radio back in, basically put most of the dashboard back together. So I'm going to get to that. Alright, so I have taken the little cover off. It just had 4 screws in it. And it's very simple. Just the 2 little switches. And what I want to do, I want to put this switch in here so that I don't have to have this mounted somewhere else. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go right about here somewhere, and I'm going to drill a hole for that switch. Okay, now it may not be great, but I'm working with what I got right now. When I get home, I'll get a bigger washer and put on there and make it look a little better, and probably paint the front so it don't have these on it. But other than that, I think we can mount it. Okay, I took a couple of screws and put through the cover. Okay, so what we'll do, go to auxiliary, still no video signal, so we'll come down here, turn our switch on, and look at there. Well, one thing about filming it during the day. Okay, you can see that van right here. See this blue van? Couple of things you can see in this picture. Well, I guess 3 things that have to be corrected. One is, of course, the camera is turned wrong. It's not level. Another one, if you notice the van right here, and then you look at the van in real life, the van is pointed this way, and when you look in here, if you straighten that picture up, the van is pointed that way. Okay, so it's backwards. And then also we have these lines right here. These are for when you use it for a backup camera. So we don't want either one of those. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out here, twist the camera around first. Let's get it lined up first. Let's try that. Well, that's worse. It needs to go, well, at least now we know it needs to turn all the way around. That's why I didn't pop them in yet. So we'll pull it out, turn it all the way over, and partially in. I don't know if you can see any of that. Okay, there we go. Now, but we still have the van going the wrong way and lines. Let's see if we can do something about that. Okay, so we know it's pretty much level, so we can pop that in. And then let's see what we have on the screen. Well, of course, nothing until we turn the camera on. But there, you can see now the van is going the right way, and there are no lines. That's what those little wires do. Those little wires are there so you can use the camera for anything you want. And that reflection on that screen has got me all messed up. But anyway, yeah, you can see the van right there. And then if I push the button the other way, you can see, I've already done it, you can see the curb over there. Now when I first turned it on, the curb ran that way, so it told me it was backwards. But anyway, we might see if we can try this out here. Alright, so now out here you can see that's where I tapped into the ground, and that is just the wires going to the camera. There's my fuse. And everything is hidden. There's no wires except for these right here. Now these I have to get some wire looms and some zip ties and stuff, but it's fine for right now. Okay. Yeah. As you can see over there, we came to Goodwill, and I'm just going to show you. This is actually a Lowe's parking lot, but this is a pretty good example right here. Now, if you're getting ready to pull out, now let's say this is actually a pretty fast moving road right here. You are not going to want to try to pull out beside of this truck right here. Even in a parking lot, if somebody happens to be flying up through here and not paying attention, and you pull out far enough that you can see, your window would have to be out where his bumper's at before you can even tell. But right now I can tell there is no traffic coming right now. And if I put it in gear and I pull up, you can see now there was nothing, but this is where I would have to come to see if anything was coming. So yeah, that's not going to work. Anyway, let's back up here. And even with this tall truck like that, you can actually see underneath of the truck to see if anything's coming. I can tell right now there's nothing coming. This way though, of course, I mean, we got this little thing here. If it was back a little farther, we wouldn't be able to see there. But if we just push that button, we can tell really well what's coming that way. All right, so that makes it a whole lot easier to see what you're doing. I know it's just a little thing that makes it just a little bit safer when you're driving, because people don't really pay attention. Anyway, I guess that's going to be my little video. Just wanted to share my little invention there with you. Appreciate everybody watching. I'll see y'all on the next one.